Hi YouTubers, it's next round, it was back to the round, so to make a cigar. So I'll talk about the difference between chewing tobacco, dipping tobacco, and snus. So basically it is tobacco to like big ass cigar, so I was talking a little bit too fast. So basically, what is the difference between chewing tobacco and dipping tobacco and Swedish snus? Now there's many differences in the processing methods. I'm not an expert, not a big ass expert like big ass cigar. So basically, chewing tobacco, yes, there is a difference between chewing and dip, FYI for your information. So chewing tobacco and dipping tobacco are two different things. First off, I'll explain the differences because I haven't explained the differences in a long time. So basically, chewing tobacco is long leaf chosky, basically long leaf cut of tobacco that's usually coated in a sugar like molasses. And dipping tobacco or moist snuff looks like coffee grounds, essentially, like wet coffee beans when you take them out of a coffee grinder, nice big ass coffee for life. And basically they look like wet coffee beans, and that's what you put in your lip. And chewing tobacco is almost always put in the cheek. So that is the difference between chew and dip. Now snus, S-N-U-S, pronounced snus, not snus, is basically American or Swedish, and it comes in little pouches like tea bags, just like there is dip that comes in pouches. So, but Swedish snus is pasteurized and also is kept to a very high standard in Sweden in terms of contaminants. So, in terms of the nitrosamines or nitrates in it, there is definitely a significant difference. So, but really, if you watch a lot of videos on YouTube, especially Mud Jokes videos, nice big ass Mud Joke for life, I'm just giving him a compliment, so I like his videos. If you watch his videos for life, or if you watch his videos on YouTube, sorry, you will see there is not a huge difference between snus and American dip and chew. The reason being is basically all smokeless tobacco products nowadays, with the exception of Indian smokeless tobacco, Eastern Indian smokeless tobacco, have very low levels of contaminants. So American chew and dip, according to his videos, I'm not trying to plagiarize it, but according to his videos, Mud Jake's videos, are fire cured. So, which basically introduces a few other, contaminants and also fermented. So those are the only real differences. And Swedish snus also has a very different taste. Now, I've never tried snus or chew or dip, personally just because I think the idea is nasty. So the spitting, like that. I personally think the idea is freaking nasty. I mean, I don't chew gum, and the main reason, like I said before, I think I was talking about this about a week ago, is on my channel is I don't chew gum, I don't chew sunflower seeds, I don't suck on mints, I don't suck on lollipops, and most people who chew tobacco are some people who have also sucked on mints or sucked on sunflower seeds or chewed gum. So, and I don't like having something in my mouth, but the point I'm trying to make is there's really, in terms of health effects, in terms of the effects on your mouth, the effects on your teeth, your gums, your oral cancer risk, there is really no significant difference between snus, American Swedish, and American chew and dip. I mean, there's really no significant difference in terms of your risk of tongue or mouth or throat cancer. But in terms of flavor, there is a huge difference. So in terms of flavor, it has a totally different flavor from what I've heard, because I've never tried it myself, and I never will, because it's disgusting. So, but I mean, there is a different taste involved. So chewing tobacco has a different taste, dip has a different taste, American snus has a different taste, like Camel Marlboro snus, and Swedish snus has a different taste, and powder dry snuff used orally has a different taste also. And then Indian smokeless tobacco has a totally different taste. But FYI, Indian smokeless tobacco is completely different and very, very, very bad for you. So, but the point I'm trying to make is, in terms of the health effects, there's no real difference between American and Swedish smokeless tobacco. And the other thing is, there's really no huge difference. I mean, both products have low levels of contaminants. So, give thoughts by Big Ass Cigar for Life, nice Big Ass Videos for Life, bye. Tobacco Tuesday, bye.